Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to get to join me today because I'm going to go over meal planning. And then one of the key things that I found out going through that is I really needed to upgrade what I currently had, and this is what I'm using now. Before I use my meal planner and a 3-ring binder, I have stuff full of recipes, as you can see here, that are stuff that I said I wanted to make and put away and have it organized. Also, one of many cookbooks I had that I grabbed off the shelf, a little dusty here, and also my recipe box. So one of the things I thought that I really wanted to change is how I'm utilizing it, which again, I'm not saving any money because I'm just not being organized enough to do that. So I thought I'd stop and try to see what I can do to make those changes necessary. So I'm going to go ahead and share with you what I currently have in New System in Progress. And behold, is before you is my little handy dandy meal binder here, Recollections, through Micheal's, and also a little notepad here with a calendar, some scissors, pins, tape, a coupon clipping that I used to hold stuff in. Also some a little folder here that has actually my tape and calculator and paper clips and all the goodie stuff that I need, because I think when you order to sit down and plan out things like that, you really need to have everything all in one place, and I thought this way it just makes my whole job easier to do that. So let's get busy and I'll show you exactly what I have in my binder. So what I figured out is trying to think, what can I do to make my life easier and to be more organized. And then by doing that, I put together this Recollections binder. Usually it's a 3-ring binder, but I took the rings off and incorporated, as you guys know, my favorite is always my notebooks, because I love using these notebooks to keep me more organized. Also a big calendar in the back. You could go ahead and find on YouTube many ways of how to remove ring binders and then install your own rubber bands into the holes, but I won't go into that today. So as you can see, the pockets here serve as purposes for maybe using for paper clips, stickies, more stickers to have fun with, and also a pen loop for that as well, and the strap so it keeps everything in place. So let's go ahead and begin with the notebooks to show you. The first thing I want, and I was so excited to see this concept, was Erin Condren, who does organization and has her own line of paper and stationery and planners, is the mini meal planner, and this was like $12, but I really like the concepts that she used in her mini meal. And so it says it's Petite Planner, and it's about like 28 weeks worth of meals that you could plan out. There's a shopping list, a special events category for when you're planning for that, a price tracker, and a recipe section. So I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit about the shopping list. As you can see, I already have it filled out, so that way it made it easier to explain a little bit. One of the key things, but before I even started with the Erin Condren mini meal, is to have my calendar available, so as I can see how my month's going to look from the very beginning. So as you can see, we're going to go in, this was my February, quite busy, but now we're going to go into March. And so what you want to do is plan out your special events your family are going to be taking part in. Maybe you're going to be away from home, maybe your husband's not going to be there, or your better half. You have kids events, you have different birthday parties, and so you really want to plot that down here, so then that way it makes it easy for your meal planning in the future, of easier things to make for the week or more extensive things to make. So I utilize that calendar. You could also purchase your own pocket calendar for that. And so what I did was, once I figured out how our week's going to begin and end, I went ahead and planned out at least for a week worth of food. I think anything beyond planning for 1 week, it makes it a little tough. But if you want to be adventurous, try 2 weeks out and see how that goes. But what I did was I posted pretty much my favorite 20 or so favorite type of things to eat, food to prep, because if you don't enjoy eating it, you're not going to make it. And then after that, I combined it with the shopping list up on top and put down the things that I know I needed to purchase for the week. And then once all that was completed, I went ahead and then put it down over here on the section for the weekdays, because it starts off Sunday through Saturday, and you can put everything down there and then hopefully make it easier for you. plan out having, like, sometimes you might want to have leftovers for the next day to make it easier for yourself, or sometimes, like I said, eating out one day a week, but planning it so that you know you won't have food wasted. But anyway, so if that's the case, once you're finished, take a picture of it and you could take it to the store instead of having to write it again on a notepad. But if you want to write it, that's up to you. I just wanted to make it easier. And then another section she has listed is for special events. I have Easter coming up, so you could really sit there and write up your menu and maybe other party members who are going to bring stuff, so you can have that written, but also a shopping list and cooking schedule for yourself. So I thought that was really great to have that in the book. The price tracker, I'm not really using it quite a bit. I mean, I only shop maybe at 2 or 3 stores, but if you want to do price comparisons, you could do that and write down different prices at the stores, and then maybe based on ads that you get in the mail, and just do that if you like and want to be adventurous. And then the last one is a little bit more about recipes. If you want to put a few of your favorites, go ahead and do that, but I still like to keep it in a recipe box, and that's just my way of doing it, but at least that's available for you as well. So, and in the back will be some stickers that she gives you to use to put in there to have fun with, and a little pocket maybe for receipts. So really, in a nutshell, I'm going to try this out and see how it goes for the next couple of weeks, but I thought it was a great way to get organized. The next planner book that I have is going to be about meal planning. So in there are a lot of great ideas from Pinterest. So I'm just going to briefly show you some of the things, that, because there's quite a bit and I like to make my videos short. But every day to me is a chance to get stronger, to eat better and live healthier, and to be the best version of you. And I think that's so key for families. But anyway, so here's a quick look about just a little bit of everything from how to store things, the inventory, your pantry, the refrigerator, and then just getting some ideas of how you can make your food last longer instead of tossing it and wasting money. Favorite recipes, like you jot that down right immediately so you know where it's located at, putting it, where is that, is it in your binder or recipe box, or is it on your phone app? So that's a great way to keep a little bit of organization. Breakfast themes, lunch themes, brunch themes, you could have that written as well. Dinner themes, new recipes you really want to try out. And then the most important for me is a Sunday prep, because that's when I prep for the week, cutting up things and make sure that it's available so I can have it easy access instead of trying to cut it while cooking at the same time. It just saves you money. And then leftovers, that's going to be a feature category, about freezing as well, because some families like to do that. But also kitchen tips. I mean, I'm not, like I said, the best cook in the world, but I still am learning to do some stuff now that I'm retired. But again, looking about how to store things, what needs to be stored in the refrigerator versus on the counter. So those are key things of eliminating waste as well. So as you can see, so Pinterest really has a lot of great things, and I think it's just up to the individual to find out where you want to really have efficiency in your kitchen, and with your family, and baking as substitutes and things like that. And so that's kind of it in a nutshell about being frugal and stuff. So I really just wanted to share that with you, and salad dressing. So, but that's in the second book I have. And then on the third book I have a spending tracker, because I think it's key that I'm going to start my goal is to save money, right? So for budgeting that, writing down things I'm going to do that, to get there, as well as starting to write what I spend. And I think that's key, because when you start doing that, you see where wasted money's going, or if maybe you need to cut back a little on spending and use it for vacation time. So that's another key thing that I'm going to be utilizing for in the future. And then also a little handy dandy thing to keep your receipts all in one place, so that way you're very organized, and then maybe once you list everything you spent, and then putting it away later. So that's the third book. And then the last thing I told you I just kept in here because it has a nice pocket is also a calendar. And again, you could have a pocket. And then my little handy dandy grocery list if I do decide to write something down. So in a nutshell, that's kind of it. And I think that if you could find something in there that would be helpful, instead of having other sources to go to and pull and grab. And again, I like to do this on Sunday, so I grab my cup of tea, I sit down and I do that in the quietness of a room that I feel that I can just sit and think about all the things, because it's a blessing when you can have money to go spend and buy the groceries you need and nourish your family. So, but I hope this was helpful today for you. If you have any questions, please note that and I'll be happy to answer. But again, you guys have a great week, and I hope this was helpful for you. Thank you. Bye-bye.